And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We are live and coming to you live today from cloudy Pope Francis. We've got some lacrosse for you. It's the Amherst Hurricanes, a familiar foe, coming in to take on your Pope Francis Cardinals. Hello, everyone. I'm AJ Gonzalez, the voice of the Pope Francis Cardinals, bringing you this live and exclusive action right here on Pope Prep. Today it is the Pope Francis Cardinals, who are in the midst of a struggling season thus far. Really has not gone the way that we saw this team play last year, sitting with a 2-10 record. Today they take on the Amherst Hurricanes, who are in a similar position with a 3-10 record. So today will be a battle of the teams that, you want to take as the Massachusetts title favorites, but nonetheless, these two teams are going to try to put on a show. A little bit cloudy here today at Pope Francis. May Day, though. You know what that means, folks. We're going to get some lacrosse momentarily. Coming up in just a minute or two even, we're going to get some good lacrosse for you. It's the Amherst Hurricanes and the Pope Francis Cardinals coming up live exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube channel. Again, no matter where you are and however you may be listening, we thank you for tuning in to today's telecast. And a reminder to like this content and subscribe to our channel. We're producing the finest and absolutely unique content every day of this week, so no matter where you are again and however you may be listening today on this cloudy May Day, May 10th of our year 2024, we thank you for tuning in. It's the Hurricanes and the Cardinals who will do battle next live exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube channel. Alrighty, folks, we are just about set and ready to get this one going. We'll start the pregame announcements and the national anthem in about a minute here. Really getting going. It's been a while for me since I've done a boys lacrosse game or a lacrosse game of that for any matter, but let me tell you, we're excited to get going today. Cardinals, Hurricanes, both teams in dire straits for a win, to say the very least, as both teams are now getting into their final huddles before we begin here today. Cloudy night at Pope Francis, the feel-good Friday. Thank God it's Friday type of day, but nonetheless, we are going to get some Friday night lacrosse, nights we live for here in the spring on the Pope turf, on the big field, as they like to say. Might get some lights tonight. Who knows? It depends on how the sun's going to set. It's going to be cloudy, so expect the lights to turn on here at some point. Pope Francis, once again this year, led by John Sheehan and Bob McGoldrick down there on the sidelines. Amherst Hurricanes, not the season they wanted to have either. 3-10 record versus a 2-10 record. Cardinals looking for the win on the home turf. Amherst Hurricanes looking to come in here and do some damage as the visitor. we are just about set and ready to bring you to the field level for our pregame announcements and the national anthem. We're going to go just national anthem tonight due to time constraints. Now 14 seconds away from that point. And we will send you down there as it's the Cardinals and the Hurricanes who will do battle. Live, coming up exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube channel. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pope Francis, as tonight, your Pope Francis Cardinals take on the visiting Amherst Hurricanes. Fans, at this time, we ask that you all please rise and remove your caps and direct your attention to the American flag located near our scoreboard for this evening's playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and enjoy the game. Well, we're excited to have you in here tonight. Pope Prep Lacrosse. Champions play here still. Again, reminder, folks, to like this content, subscribe to our channel. We're producing the finest and unique content anywhere on the high school sports sides, no matter where you are and however you may be listening tonight. Again, we thank you very much for tuning in and giving us a little bit of your Friday night. Amherst getting ready. They're going to head out to midfield to greet our officials in charge tonight. 5 o'clock on the dot. So, crew on the field will try to get everyone in order and have a perfect start time tonight. Unusual to be in a sequence to have that, but nonetheless, it's the Cardinals and the Hurricanes who will do battle. Familiar foes scoring off now live on Pope Prep. Cardinals will work from right to left. Caden Ames will be in net tonight for Pope Francis, taking over from Matt Davis. And Davis and the Cardinals had a great year last year, Western Mass champs. This year just hasn't been the same flow. They haven't had the same gel. They haven't had the same momentum and fortitude. So this season, however, Amherst has been very similar. As the Cardinals are ready, and so are the Hurricanes. Just about set and ready to begin. Still waiting on something, so that perfect start time that I was talking about today looks like it's going to be spoiled. 5:01. Cardinals work from right to left on your screen. Amherst Hurricanes are going to work from left to right. It's the Hurricanes and the Cardinals who are set to do battle live on Pope Prep. AJ Gonzalez is going to be with you here all night long. A little chilly. Glad we're in the warm press box. Matt Feely will take the face-off. The senior. We are just about set and finally ready to begin. 5:02 is probably going to be our start time. It will be. Yep. We are set to begin. It's the Cardinals and Hurricanes, live exclusively on Pope Prep. No Jake Jarrell tonight in the lineup for the Cardinals, so they'll have to work around him. Amherst coming out early, trying to get possession here. They've got it. They'll try to work it up the other way. Cardinals looking for the slash. Zachary Buffoni trying to get back on the defensive ends, but he'll have to wait. He'll try to do everything in his power, trying to make a play, but He's going to run out of space, and just like that, the Amherst Hurricanes have started out with a goal. About 11 seconds into this one, the Amherst Hurricanes have come on the road and have taken a 1-0 lead on Pope Francis. The defense this year for the Cardinals has been suspect. Let's put it to you straight, as we've done here on Pope Prep since 2020. Defense has been suspect this year. Cardinals just haven't gotten it done on offense, and those two combined, that's not the winning formula that we've seen here with this boys lacrosse program for many years, as Matt Feely will take the draw again. He'll actually be awarded it for free, as there's a Amherst violation, so the Cardinals will try to get something going on the offensive ends, and they'll rely on their senior, Zachary Buffoni, to do just that. Zig looking around. He'll move it over to Ryan Goki eventually. Goki holding it in and looking for any type of outlet at this point. Looking around the field. Goki feeds it back. Over to Zachary Buffoni it goes. Zig working it down the field. Nice passing here from Pope Francis early on. Eck back over to Zig. Zig on over to Goki. Goki holding it in and firing it around. This Cardinal team trying to get something going. Amherst got the possession to start this game, took it down, and put it into the back of the net. And now it's Pope Francis looking to do the same. Again, calm night. Spring sports, I mean, already, and this is I think it's my first or at least its second game doing lacrosse this year. Let me tell you, this thing has been flying by. Let me tell you, already in the stretch run of the spring sports season. Feels like just yesterday we were starting it out once again. Feels like just yesterday I was walking into this place, but I'll be walking out of this place hopefully soon, so we'll see. Ryan Goki holding it in, back over to, I believe it was, got to look down the line if it was Brandon Pirelli who was holding it in, rather, as we got a whistle here. It'll be Amherst possession coming in momentarily. Hurricanes starting out with a goal. Cardinals now will look to play some defense here. Zachary Buffoni trying to get back there, but look out. The Amherst offense is just too much, but luckily for the Cardinals, Caden Ames is able to hold it in. The Amherst player had a wide open opportunity to make it a 2-0 lead for the Hurricanes, but they couldn't capitalize. Here's Nick Petch. Petch, we've seen him have magic on the ice, but now he'll just have to move it around and find a teammate to use, and the Cardinals will try to do something with it here. They'll try to move it around, maybe try to get the little shake and bake. Cardinals having a hard time doing that. That was Tanner. Yep, Tanner Metz down there trying to make a play. It's to no avail, and the Amherst Hurricanes will take it the other way. Might be wondering out there where Don Percy is tonight. He's got the night off. He's got a confirmation, so I guess that's a little bit more important than this boys lacrosse game. But he'll be back with you soon. I'm just the fill-in for the night here on popeproductions. Caleb Yomed joining me, doing a great job. Came out here early today. I was noticing over at my tennis practice, he was out here around 3:30, so. Yeah, so apparently he came out. He wanted to come out 45 minutes later. So glad he was early though. Setting a good example here at Pope Prep Productions. It'll be Pope Francis possession here. Cardinals looking up the other way. They've got it. It's Eck, Jovan Eck. Looking in. Cardinals trying to fire. They score. How about that? It's Max Monroe getting it done for Pope Francis. It's a 1-1 game. 9:08 to go in the opening quarter. It's the Cardinals getting back on the board and tying this game at 1 apiece. And that will send the Amherst sideline into a frenzy there. So the coaches just like taking lacrosse sticks and throwing it on the ground. Not a good sign for them. But nonetheless, it's 1-1 thanks to Max Monroe. Max Monroe. And another guy we saw on the ice this year for Pope Francis, back-end player, defenseman. But now a new sport calls for a new job, and Max Monroe has tied this one up at 1 apiece. Matt Feely looking in now, trying to make a play. Amherst holding in nicely. They'll try to work it up the field here. Amherst have got it. Looking up. They're looking up quick. They're going to try to fire it in right away, and they do, and they score, and they take the lead right back. How about that? Caught the Cardinal defense in a snooze. And the Amherst Hurricanes, just like that, have taken the 2-1 lead right back. It might just be me, folks. I might be the unlucky charm around here in the Pope Francis sports scene. We did have so much luck a year ago. I mean, yesterday I had to watch the baseball game, or didn't commentate it too. Not a good look for the boys yesterday against St. Paul. Hope they can get back on the winning side with an 8-8 record. Amherst will be awarded possession here. Little infraction from the Cardinals, and the Hurricanes will quickly try to do something, but it's Matt Feely getting back there on the defensive side. He gets pressured quick. He'll find Nick Petch. Here's Petch quickly glancing up the field. He'll do the shake and bake and try to feed it around here. Cardinals having a tough time holding it in there as Tanner trying to hold it in. He couldn't. It'll head out of bounds. It'll be Hurricane possession. 8:31 to go in the opening quarter. It's a 2-1 lead for Amherst. Amherst Hurricanes try to do something here against this Cardinal defense. It's not gotten off to a hot start tonight, to say the very least. Amherst still have possession. They'll look around. Going around the net. Nice ball movement early on from Amherst. You got to give them that. Again, Amherst, Western Mass Classic, we like to call it here, anytime a rival like that shows up into the house here at Pope Francis. But Amherst right now, they have a 1-goal advantage. Battle of teams that thus far this season have just struggled to get wins on the board. Lots of events coming up, though, here around the Pope Francis scene. I mean, you got the last day for seniors is next week. I mean, that just feels unreal to me. May 15th is the last school day for seniors, the last school day ever, as they like to say. Cardinals looking for defense here. Hurricanes looking around. They've got nice ball movement, trying to formulate a plot against this Cardinal defense. Hurricanes looking in. Try to fire on a shot here maybe, but the Cardinal defense a little stingy there, trying to get there, trying to make a play. They were. Unfortunately for them, they'll still have to look for it, and eventually Caden Ames will be the hero for the Cardinals who will take it in. Find Zachary Buffoni charging up the field. Try to put his skates off and run around here. Skating around defenseman, he does. Finds Ryan Goki. Goki leaving it off. Nice ball movement here from the Redbirds, trying to tie this one up. It's 6:45 to go in the opening quarter. It's Zachary Buffoni holding it. Zig. Moving it back around. It's Ryan Goki. Goki, the University of Tampa commit. He'll be going there for finance. Goki. Over to Zachary Buffoni, who will be heading to Mount St. Charles to play hockey. So we'll go play with Bulldog there for a while. Monroe looking for his second of the night. Did that one go in? Referee's going to look at it, but it appears that the Amherst Hurricanes were just good enough to make the save, and they'll take it the other way. 6:15 to go in this opening quarter, as Amherst will look to hold it in here. They've got it. Hurricanes looking up. They still have it here, looking around, scrambling, just trying to find something here. The Cardinal defense just trying to get the sticks up in the air, having a hard time this far stopping this Amherst attack. 2-1, the score in this first quarter. 5:54 to go, exactly. Yesterday for baseball, we got such nice weather. It's turned into a cloudy evening here on this 10th of May. Hurricanes looking around now. They've got it. Shaking and baking around the field, but unfortunately for them, they lose it. Cardinals are going to try to pick it up here, but they're having just a hard time in doing that. And now it was Mason Gautreau getting back there for Pope Francis. We'll try to do something around midfield. It was Zachary Buffoni trying to go hot potato over his head. Ryan Goki will eventually go in and try to make a play before we can do anything else. I think we've got a whistle, and I think we're going to have a stoppage here. I think we've got a timeout on the field, so we're going to step aside. 5:22 to go in this opening quarter. We are flying along tonight on Pope Prep. 2-1, the lead for the Hurricanes. More exciting lacrosse action coming your way on Pope Prep. Back out of the timeout. It's the Cardinals who are down 1. Again, so glad you can join us. Many other viewing options on the sports docket tonight, starting with the Bruins. Bruins taking on the Florida Panthers, 1-1 series. Celtics last night made you want to take any pitchforks you could find and stick them in your eyes, but my eyes were in pain around 10 o'clock yesterday, but the pain has seemed to heal up knowing that the Bruins are on tonight and knowing that the Cardinals are playing right now. 2-1, the lead for the Hurricanes, though, with about 5:10 to go in this opening quarter. It's Ryan Goki holding it in for Pope Francis. Goki moving it around. He's got his man. It's Max Monroe. Max Monroe holding in, stopping on a dime. He'll find Ryan Goki. Mr. U Tampa, back to Monroe it goes. He's been a centerpiece of the Cardinal offense thus far. Monroe holding in, finds Goki. Goki over to Zachary Buffoni again. Here's Zig, looking for the zag here. Zig cutting around back to the 30. He'll scramble to the 35. Looking for an outlet, he is. Amherst looking for some tight defense. Instead, he'll just try to take it himself. Zig doing the loop around the field right now. Looking for anything he can get. He'll just have to chip it back to Goki. You know, so used to saying all aboard the Gage train. Remember, this was the spot, really, where Gage just dominated, created his little office back there, right in the top of the slot there. But now he's gone. Off to Springfield College he went. So the Cardinals are looking for any type of offensive sparks they can find. And I think they were relying there on Goki and Zig to create something. But Amherst just not giving them any lanes to the net. As Amherst now looking around, they've got a 2-on-1 coming in here quickly, but a save is made by Caden Ames. How about that? That was a nice save from Caden Ames with the right shoulder. I don't know what. Let me tell you, for hockey, the goalies, right? They get all sorts of padding. The lacrosse goalies, I mean, it's really not that much padding at all. Maybe just shoulder pads, and that's it. I mean, the knees are exposed. I mean, I could only imagine what it feels like to get a shot right to the knee. That's got to be painful. At least with the hockey and things like that, you're wearing pads. You got nice pads on, and you got lots of protection. With lacrosse, not much. I don't know. You got to have some sort of set, if you know what I mean, to be a lacrosse goalie. As we got a substitution coming in and a flag down as well. We'll check on the referee here to see what's up. Yeah, let's see. We're going to look around here. So it's Ryan Goki who will take a seat in timeout. Take a knee, actually. So Amherst will play with a man up here for a specific amount of time. Amherst up 1, trying to add on here. Again, so glad you could join us. Very cloudy, but sun is always shining bright here with Pope Prep Productions. Nick Petch holding it. Petch charging up the left side of the field. He's to the 30. He'll do the shake and bake. Oh, man, ankle broken there from Nick Petch. How about that? He's glancing and prancing. Now he'll try to find an outlet, but his pass is picked off, and Amherst will look to take it the other way. With the man advantage here, they'll look around. They've got it. Cardinals looking for D. Nick Petch sends a man down. But unfortunately for Petch, he's going to be called for an infraction too, so the Cardinals are going to be a man down again. Petch knows it too. It'll be a 30-second violation for him, so he'll take a knee. He's got to remember it's not hockey. Can't let the bodies hit the floor. Got to let the bodies get some more, I guess. So Amherst again will be a man up here. Ryan Goki coming back out. I think he had a 30-second violation. Petch will now take his place, and the Cardinals will be a man down for 30 seconds. 2:57 to go in this opening quarter. Amherst looking again. Did that shot deflected? I think it did. It did, in fact, as well. It's a 3-1 lead. Pope Francis in some trouble. Petch will come back onto the field. A goal with a man down for Pope. It's 3-1 for the Hurricanes. Not the start the Cards wanted to have tonight. 3-1. 3-win Amherst. Coming out strong here in this game, coming on the road. Trying to make it 4 wins on the year. Seems like they're in position to do just that. First quarter still, so lots of time remaining. Senior night celebrations coming up next week. Boys tennis. Oh, we got a little bit of a skirmish here. We saw Petch and an Amherst player starting to... Oh, the Amherst player was calling him short there, I think. But Petch was quick there to push around. I think the referee is just going to call the Amherst player down, or is it going to be unsportsmanlike conduct for sure? So just the Amherst player is going to go down for unsportsmanlike conduct. Referee saw that from the Amherst sideline there. I mean, it was whole sideline was getting into it, and Petch was in a little bit of a pushing battle, and now he'll take a seat on the sideline. Actually, he'll be standing up, waiting to come back in. Pope will be a man up here for a specific amount of time. It's Zachary Buffoni. We'll try to get this party started for the Redbirds. Max Monroe will hold in. Cardinals looking around now. Monroe has it again. Max Monroe with 2:30 to go in this opening quarter. He feeds it over to Ziggy Buffoni, on over to Goki. Ryan Goki back to Zig. Cardinals, it's been tough for them to find offense tonight. Looking around, trying to fire in a shot here was Tanner, but eventually it got blocked and will deflect to the left side. Possession will stay with Pope Francis. The Cardinals will hold here. Monroe. Over to Tanner it goes. His pass is picked off. Amherst just trying to clear it out. Zachary Buffoni looking for it. Trying to just use his body to his advantage here just to make eye contact with the ball. Max Monroe will try to get in there as well, but eventually it's Ryan Goki who will come away with it. Goki over to Zig. The shake and bake. Zig with the zag. Moving around here. Trying to find an outlet, or maybe just taking himself. He'll try to find something, but it goes over everyone's head, and Pope will retain possession with 1:49 to go in the opening quarter. Cardinals holding in still. Monroe has it. Max Monroe, a 3-10 Amherst team, taking on a Pope Francis team that is 2-10. Back to full strength as well. Both teams in dire straits for a win. Cardinals looking in. Monroe trying to fire in a shot, but it gets blocked by Amherst, and they'll try to take it the other way. They're charging up to the 40. Zachary Buffoni trying to get back there, and he'll head right into to the bench, and I think we've got another whistle, and I think we have another timeout. I think this time it was Amherst, so we'll step aside again. 1:24 to go in the opening quarter. It's the Hurricanes on top, 3-1. Back out of the timeout. Boys tennis will have their senior night celebration on next Tuesday. Then we have a doubleheader of celebrations with boys baseball and girls lacrosse having their celebrations on Friday. I believe that is the 17th of May. So start booking it in your calendars from now, folks. Make sure you get out to some of these senior nights. Amherst out of the timeout. They'll have possession. They'll look around. They'll just try to start right out of the timeout, trying to just go through the Great Wall of White, but it wasn't enough as the Cardinals will look to hold it in here. Petch has it. Here's Nick trying to move it up the field over to Goki, but the pass is a little out of his reach, but he'll still keep going. Goki has it. Here's Ryan leaving it off. Max Monroe couldn't hold it in. It was a good idea from Ryan Goki, but Max Monroe really just couldn't hold it in. 57 seconds to go now in this opening quarter. Cardinals are going to look for it, and eventually it'll get scammered down the field here. Pope just trying to hold it in on the back ends. They've got a nice play there, too, from Pope Francis, just trying to do something with it up the field. They'll try to find an outlet here. They've got Gokes. Here's Ryan. Ryan just putting the stick up in the air. He'll look down the field for Monroe. Max Monroe trying to hold in. Amherst. Now we'll look around, trying to take it the other way. 30 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Monroe holding in. Monroe can't, or excuse me, rather, that was Eck who couldn't hold it in for so long. I'm so used to Monroe being 11 in hockey, and now he is 8 for lacrosse, so it's a bit of a number change for me. Amherst holding in, but not for long. Pass is picked off by the Redbirds. They'll look to take it the other way. Defensively, they can't hold it in, though. Having a hard time there was John Kowalski holding it in, but Eventually went past him. Amherst trying to do something. Clock winding down. 2 seconds to go, and that will do it for the opening quarter. And we're going to have a flag here to end the first quarter. It was a bit of a pushing match in that opening quarter. We're going to have a flag. They'll assess the penalty during the quarter timeout, and we'll step aside again. 3-1 is the Amherst Hurricanes lead at the end of one quarter. Coming up, folks, we've got the second quarter in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Stay tuned. Chaps Play here. We're back in a flash exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube channel. We're back and ready to begin here in this second quarter. AJ Gonzalez, voice of the Cardinals, alongside with you all night long here tonight from cloudy Pope Francis in the heart of Springfield, Massachusetts. No matter where you are and however you may be listening tonight, we thank you for tuning in. Thank God it's Friday type of day today. So sit back, relax, enjoy a second quarter of lacrosse here from Pope Francis. 12 down. 12 more to go here in the second quarter. We are set to begin, and off we go in the second. Cardinals will look for it, but unfortunately for them, it'll be the Hurricanes who are awarded possession. A little too aggressive there were the Cardinals, as now it's the Hurricanes who will look to take it the other way. They'll try a long pass up the field. It'll work to their perfection, as Kowalski was trying to go for it. Hurricanes doing a little slip and slide. Cardinals are going to get a flag here momentarily. Amherst trying to go with the run-up play, and they shoot it to the right of the net. Good look for the Hurricanes, but nonetheless, it's no cash in. Some of the big news in the sports world today, let me tell you. Kylian Mbappe announced today that he is leaving Paris Saint-Germain, effective at the end of the season, so he'll say goodbye to them. He just posted on his social media, so that's really blowing up the internet at this point. Just plotting his move, and appears to be he'll be heading to Real Madrid. I mean, they just get everybody. I mean, man, oh man, they're going to win the Champions League without him, and that's crazy. Europe is in trouble with Kylian heading to Real Madrid. Cardinals now will look for some defense. It's the Amherst Hurricanes who will try to take it the other way, up 2. Pope Francis looking around, trying to get some defense here, and they get it for the resource of their tender, Caden Ames, who's holding it. He'll back up behind his net now. He'll look for an outlet. Got one over to Kowalski. Kowalski shooting it down the field. This is Eck holding it in. Joe Eck looking around, trying to find something out there. Cardinals looking in, trying to make a play, but unfortunately for Eck, there was no play to be made. Pope Francis tonight, strugglesome evening thus far. Trying to get some sort of momentum back now. Amherst Hurricanes holding in. A 3-1 game, 10:55 to go in the second quarter. Again, so glad to have you with us. The Amherst Hurricanes taking it the other way. Around the 50, they've got it. They're glancing and prancing on their way to the 35. They'll hold in. Try to duke the Cardinals into believing they were going to try to fire on a shot. Nick Petch went up from forward in the air, but he eventually went down to his feet, and Amherst still holding possession here. Amherst getting some fresh legs onto the turf as well. Fresh legs and immediately holding it in. Amherst looking to make it a 4-burger tonight here in the Sea of Red. Battle of the red and whites. Amherst trying to fire in a shot here. A save made by Caden Ames. Ames looking in. Cardinals trying to make a play here. They'll try to whack it out, and the Cardinals will try to take it the other way. They've got possession. Looking up the field there, they were trying to get something going, but it's just been a strugglesome evening for the Cardinals on the offensive ends. And stop me if I'm saying it, feels like a theme of the season thus far. No Jake Jarrell in the lineup tonight for the Redbirds. Trying to work around his absence. Hurricanes looking in, trying to fire in a shot. But that one was heading back to Amherst. Heads out of bounds. Amherst will still hold possession, though, as they were the first ones near the boundary. As the Hurricanes holding in, 9:23 to go in this second quarter. Hurricanes holding in. Looking around. They took a slip down. Cardinals were looking to make a play on the defensive ends. Nick Petch trying to whack away. Playing a little whack-a-mole out there. Hurricanes still holding in, though. 9:07 to go. Fans still piling in for this one. Want to watch a good lacrosse game on a Friday night, and how could you blame them? Not raining, just cloudy. I mean, would you rather have that or a blazing sun in your face? I mean, some would prefer the clouds. Others would prefer the sun. I know a few. Cardinals looking in, trying to make a play. And Caden Ames will come away with it. May 3rd was the official decision day for the class of 2024. May 14th will be the Pope Francis Day, where just to give students an extra opportunity to think about it. As the Cardinals here will try to fire on offense. It's Tanner firing in a shot, but the save was made by Amherst. They'll take it the other way. So May 14th, the official decision, Pope Francis decision day, is Zachary Buffoni with a nice defensive stand there. It goes perfectly to Goki. Goki looking in. Tanner trying to fire in a shot, but again, it's repeated motion. Another great save from the Amherst Hurricanes. They'll hold in. 8:12 to go in this opening quarter. We got a stoppage here. I think we got another timeout taken. I believe it was Amherst again. Pope Francis struggling on the offensive ends. They've had opportunities. No cash-ins, really. Just one that happened early on in the early portion of this game. It's a 3-1 game. Well within reach for the two-win Cardinals. Coming up, we continue with 8:09 to go in the second quarter. Back out of the timeout with you here on Pope Prep Productions. In case you're just joining us, a 3-1 game. Cardinals, and this has just been, again, it's from what I've understood and watched from this team this season, that the offense has just been tough to come by. It's another one of those scenarios. This game well within reach for them. Got to get a little bit of offense here. Cardinals looking in, trying to make a play. Looking around now. Amherst will take it the other way. Zachary Buffoni trying to get back there. Amherst quickly charging up the right side of the field. Hurricanes still holding in here. They've got it. Looking around at the Hurricanes, trying to get back there. Are the Redbirds. Hurricanes still with possession. They've got it. Cardinals trying to get back. Goki trying to fire in the stick, and a shot. Amherst score. It's a 4-1 lead for the Hurricanes. extends their lead to 3 now for the Hurricanes, and a little bit of a sigh of relief for them. Winding down on the season, doesn't appear that the Cardinals are going to have the big state run that we were hoping for this year. It doesn't appear Western Mass. It's going to be very tough for them at this point. So coming up soon, we are going to have a final broadcast, to say the very least, for me. I think that's the plan at this point. I haven't really discussed it, but trying to make some phone calls to get some connections back. We'll get some special guests to come in for one last time. Talk about some old memories. We'll think of something. I'm not sure exactly when. Maybe we'll save it for a playoff game. I'm not sure, but we are guaranteed one of those, so we'll see. It might happen, may not, but let me tell you, we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be one. We'll let you know in advance. How about that? We'll let you know well in advance when it's going to happen before we can do anything else. With 6:51 to go in a 4-1 game, the Cardinals will hold possession in. As Goki has it here, the Cardinals will take it the other way. Cardinals trying to hold it. It's Max Monroe. Over to Goki. Now we got to bring some familiar faces back. Andrew Sarazino might be one of those. Henry Huey, Chris Sitnick, maybe even Nick Bertelli. We'll see. I'm gonna call him. Haven't talked to him in a minute, but given the circumstances here, they want to come back. Who knows? Try to figure it out for you. Be a nice way to send me off. Of course, Mr. Jeffrey would have to be that. I mean, how could we do that without Mr. Jeffrey? I mean, of course. Cardinals looking in here. They've got it. Struggle bus is real tonight for Pope Francis. 6:08 to go on this Friday night. On this second quarter. Quickly approaching halftime, as we are. The Redbirds down 3. Goki holding in. Teams switch sides in the second quarter. Forgot to tell you that. What kind of broadcaster am I? Cardinals working from left to right on your screen, as you can tell, and Amherst going from right to left. Zachary Buffoni holding in here. The shake and bake from him, the little spinorama, too. He'll stop on a dime, try to go to the outside. Now maybe he'll try to cut back inside. Zig. Still just holding in here, looking for any type of space. You know, last year this used to be the Rich Roy Gage Spelonga special down here. Zig, looking in. Zig. Looking around. He's got him mad. Joven over to Gokes. Goki holding in. Trying to do something with it here. Class of 2024. Getting ready to say goodbye soon here. I think it's May 15th again. It's crazy to me. It feels like yesterday I was walking in. May 15th we'll be walking out. Cardinals holding it. Try to make a play. Jack Rustico has it for Pope. Trying to cut in and find Max Monroe, but it goes out of his reach. Zachary Buffoni is there to take it. 4:39 to go in this second quarter. Cardinal offense has just been shut down at all points tonight, really. This Amherst Hurricanes defense has stepped up and have met the task. They're looking for their 4th win on the year, and the referee is going to get a whistle here. It looks like we've got a holding call coming in, and it looks like it's going to be going the way of Amherst, much to the dismay of the Cardinals, as Amherst will hold in. 4:24 to go in the second quarter. Amherst trying to lob it up the field. They've got it. Hurricanes go down. Big time hit. Showtime hit there from the Redbirds, and I think we got a whistle here coming in. I think we've got a push call coming in. Much to the dislike of the fans. Brandon Pirelli is going to take a knee. And everyone thought it was a clean hit, but referee, I guess not. You know, a little contact might be worth a whistle. But the Cardinals certainly don't think so. There's a little bit of an uproar down there on the sidelines. 4:07 to go in the second. Amherst holding in. They've got it. Looking around now. still try to do something at the Hurricanes, up 3 on the Pope Francis turf. Not the result the Cardinals have wanted thus far. It's a beautiful day today, too, let me tell you. I mean, if you were playing out there today, baseball, tennis, whatever it was, softball even, I mean, just a great day for athletics. And then really when this game started, around 5-ish, got just really cloudy. I mean, just a preview, maybe just nighttime rolling here in this May edition of popeproductions as Petch holds in. He's got Ryan Goki. Goki charging down the right side. He'll stop on a dime and browse for an outlet, and his outlet is Zachary Buffoni, of course. Zig moving in. Cardinals, nice passing here, trying to fire in a shot, but Amherst makes the nice save. We've got a flag down here. Cardinals still with possession. Goes back out to Zachary Buffoni, so the Cardinals will be a man up here momentarily. Let you know about the infraction. Zach holding in. Here's Zig. Zig trying to do the majig here. Eventually Amherst will try to just flip it up. Flag still down. Zachary Buffoni holding in. Zig moving to the round. Cardinals looking for some sort of outlet here. I think that was one of the Cardinal players. I think it was Tanner, almost just tripped on the flag. Cardinals still have it. Goki. Ryan Goki holding in. What a Zig it goes. 2:33 to go in the second quarter. Max Monroe has it. Monroe trying to move it around here. Cardinals holding in. They've got it. Cardinals is trying to get something going here. It's been a struggle bus for them all night long. They'll be a man up here with 1:56 to go in the second. Amherst player will take a knee. Opportunity for the Cardinals to make this a 2-goal Hurricane lead. Pope Francis holding in. 4-1, the Hurricane lead, 1:55 to go. We are approaching halftime, and we'll break down what we saw here in this opening half and look forward to the second half and look forward to a closing gap on the end of the week here coming up on Pope Prep, live exclusively on YouTube. Again, folks, we thank you for tuning in. Phenomenal night here. Friday night. Fans still come and pack it in here. And unfortunately for the Amherst Hurricanes, it's going to be a Cardinal goal. How about that? That'll make it a 4-2 game with 1:33 to go. Cardinals take advantage. With the man down for Amherst, it's the Redbirds putting it in. And just like that, it's a 4-2 game. So this game is still within reach. Let me tell you, they just need 2 goals. I mean, it's really right there. It's there for the taking. They just got to muster in the offense. It's just not... It hasn't really come thus far, and the Cardinals still within striking distance, trying to pick up their 3rd win of the year. Be a nice way to do it here on a Friday night. Feely will take the draw and look around now. Here's Matt looking upfield. He's got it. Matt looking in the shake and bake. Feely trying to go coast to coast, but it was nope to no, as we get a whistle coming in from the officials. 1:19 to go this opening half. Amherst looking to take it up the field. Going beast mode now to the 30-yard line. Amherst looking in, shaking big. Hurricanes trying to get something going with about 1 minute and 5 seconds. 1 in the nickel to go here. Hurricanes holding in. Hurricanes holding in. Cardinals looking for defense. Hurricanes have it. 4-2 our score. 27 seconds to go. Hurricanes looking in, just trying to fire a behind the back shot. Impressive idea from the Hurricanes. That'll give their bench a little whoo, but it's to no avail. As got a whistle coming in. Amherst going to get some fresh legs onto the field. Coach Bob out to the 50-yard line for these Cardinals. Just trying to have a little quick chat with Goki, but Hurricanes will bring us back into play with 23.3 to go in this opening half. Pope Francis could really use a defensive stop here. Hurricanes going to bring us back into play here momentarily. .3. We're still waiting on something down the field. I think it's an official to pick up a flag. Cardinals will be a man down. Here we go. 20 seconds to go in this opening half. Time running down. Amherst will have one last opportunity before the half comes to a close to make it a 5-2 game. Hurricanes looking in. They missed the pass. Zachary Buffoni will try to be the first one there. 10 seconds to go. Hurricanes have got to think about looking at the clock here. I don't know what they're waiting for. I think they're just going to let it run down. And that is going to be all that of that in the opening half. It's the Pope Francis Cardinals who are down 4-2 at the halftime position. 24 down, 24 to go. It's a 4-2 Amherst Hurricanes lead. Coming up, it's the Pope Francis halftime. We'll break down what we saw in the opening half and look forward to the second half. It's all coming up. Stay tuned. Champs play here. Back in a flash. Pope Francis halftime starts in exactly 1 minute and 30 seconds. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a 4-2 game on our hands. It's the Cardinals who are down. This game is well within striking distance for Pope Francis. They've got to muster some offense somehow, some way. 2 goals are not going to do it tonight. They got to get more from their offense. They can get more from their offense, and the defense can hold the way it's been. I mean, this game is well within reason for Pope Francis. I mean, it's going to come right down to the finish. We'd have to think a 3-win Amherst team, a 2-win Cardinal team, both teams desperate for a win. We're going to find out how it ends coming up next. I mean, that's what you ask for. I mean, really. 4-2, the score at the end of the opening half. Second half is coming up on the way. But first, we're going to give you a rundown for what we got coming up for you. So let's break it down. Next Friday, that's the big day. How about that? Let's start there, okay? Next Friday, we've got boys baseball, senior night, so we'll be out there live with the ceremony. We're going to set up a camera, too. That way you can see it. Girls lacrosse are going to have their senior night ceremony. That'll be emceed by Don Percy, so I'll be taking care of the baseball festivities, and Don Percy will be taking care of all of the girls lacrosse festivities over here on the big turf. So it's going to be one of those double stream type of days. So we're going to have you covered, ladies and gentlemen. Hardest working crew in the biz. It's Pope Francis and Pope Prep Productions. So, with that being said, coming up this week, we've got a big week of sports coming up on the Pope Francis docket. Boys tennis versus PVCA. That's a 3 o'clock game on Tuesday, May 14th. That's a senior night as well for the Cardinals. Also coming up this week, girls lacrosse is going to be playing on Wednesday. That's May 15th, Westfield at 4 o'clock. And then Thursday, it's boys lacrosse against Chicopee Cop at 5 o'clock. And then obviously on Friday, it's senior night galore. So we'll have all that covered for you live on Pope Prep. It's a 4-2 game here at Pope Francis Turf here in Springfield, Massachusetts. Coming up, we continue with more exciting lacrosse action. We'll give you a breakdown for the second half on the way. It's live exclusively on Pope Prep. Pope Francis down at the end of the first half by a score of 4-2. This game, again, we said it earlier to you. This game's well within reason for this 2-win Cardinal bunch. They could easily pick up their third win of the season if things go right. And this second half coming up, you got to get some offensive production, and the defense can hold the way it is. Anything can happen here, really, tonight on the Pope Prep Big Turf. I mean, lots of fun tonight. Fans pack it in here. Cloudy night, but the action on the field hasn't really disappointed. It's been a bit at times a slow game, but Amherst and Pope Francis giving us a good game here on a Friday night. Again, so many sports options on the docket tonight. We thank you for making Pope Prep Productions a stop tonight and giving us an opportunity to give you the very best of Pope Francis sports live exclusively on the Pope Prep YouTube page. Coming up next, folks, we continue here with the second half. It's been an honor to be with you tonight. Coming up, it's the second half, live exclusively on Pope Prep. All right, folks, we're glad to be back with you here. 24 down, 24 to go. It's a 4-2 Amherst Hurricane lead. It is the Pope Francis Cardinals looking for some offense now. Down 2. Anything can happen at this point. We've said it earlier in the broadcast. Now the Cardinals will have to put their plan into action. Down by 2. Third quarter, just about set and ready to go. Pope Francis ready. They're going to work from right to left in the third. Amherst ready too. They'll work from left to right. Waiting on a ref hand to go down and start play. And I think we are just about set and ready to go. It's Amherst who will start with possession in this second half. And off we go. The second half has officially begun. Bundle up. A little chilly outside for May. And maybe a little hot cocoa. No, I'm just kidding. And, relax. Sit down. Watch this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be with me for the next 24 minutes. Cardinals looking in. They've got it. Trying to get something going up the field. They can get things going on offense and keep the defense the way it's been. Things might turn around this afternoon, or this evening, rather, for the Pope Francis Cardinals. Amherst looking in the other way. They've got it. Hurricanes looking to fire in, trying to fire in a shot, but instead they take a face plant on the turf. That was a little tongue twister. Cardinals still looking for it here. Skirmish for it now, and a battle for it. Koki will pick it up. He'll lob it down the field. Here come the visitors, here come the Cardinals. It's Tanner. Cardinals in the white uniforms don't have the Stay Groovy shirts on now. It's Tanner looking around. Tanner holding in. Back to Zachary Buffoni it goes. Here's Zig. Holding in. Trying to find an outlet. He does. Back to Zig it goes, actually. Here's Zig. I think he's looking for Goki on the long ball, but he'll look for any other option that might be given to him here. Zig looking to do something with it. He's got it. Here's Zig, keeping the legs turning. He's moving around. He's got a man here. I think that's Pirelli. Here's Pirelli, holding in. Pirelli, looking around, trying to create some space. Back to Goki. Goki, over to Tanner. Tanner, back to Gokes. Goki to Tanner. Tanner. Zachary Buffoni trying to hold it in. He's got it. Here's Zig. Zig back out. Here's Gokes. Gokes trying to get something going at this point. Goki on over and around to Tanner. Back out to Goki. Cardinals could use a goal. Down 2. 9:57 to go in this third quarter. Tanner holding it. Zachary Buffoni's got it. I had a rough afternoon yesterday doing the baseball game. I think I confused the Red Sox for the Cardinals somehow. I don't know how I did that one. Yeah. Redbirds, Red Sox, it's sometimes complicated. More complicated than you think doing this job, but I tend to do an all right job. Cardinals still holding in, though. It's Tanner. Tanner looking. Zig's got it. Zig on around. Goki was thinking about a shot. Now he'll have to take it back. Cardinals starting to get the offense going here a bit. Feeding it around. Tanner trying to fire in a shot. That one heads high above the net. It'll be Cardinal possession, though. They will hold it. Zig moving it around nicely. Cardinals getting some fresh legs on the field. Goki holding in. Zachary Buffoni's got it. Here's Zig. Over to Goki. Ryan Goki trying to shake and bake, but finally the Amherst defense closes the door. So the Cardinals were waiting around on offense looking for something to eventually open up, but the Amherst defense eventually won the race to the ball, and now the Hurricanes will take it the other way. Amherst holding in. They've got it, and there's going to be a flag down here on Pope, so Amherst will try to do something with it here. It's going to eventually roll out of bounds, and we've got a whistle coming in. And the flag, I think, is going to be Ryan Goki. He's holding up his hands in the air, wondering what's happening. It's either going to be him or Monroe. Looks like Monroe's taking a quick charge down there, but I think it's going to be Goki who's going to be taking a knee here momentarily with the flag down. And it will be. Amherst will hold possession here. 4-2 game. Hurricanes have it. 8:22 to go in this third quarter. Hurricanes looking around, scrambling, trying to do something with it here. Up 2. Trying to get some offense going in this third quarter. We haven't seen a goal yet in this third. Hurricanes looking to change my tune on that stance. Hurricanes looking around. The Raisin Canes. How about that? Hurricanes looking in. Amherst fans tell them to shoot it at this point, but now they'll just think about it and reconsider their options, and now they'll try to get something going. Cardinals just trying to shut the door on defense, and they eventually do. It's going to be a race for the ball here. I believe that is Eck trying to get there, trying to make a play. Cardinals still looking for it. Still, it's Petch trying to get there. Petch had a clean opportunity, maybe putting something in, but now those other Cardinal teammates will try to help him. It's Pirelli. Here's Pirelli holding in. Pirelli looking around. And we got a flag here on the play. Might be, is it Amherst or is it going to be on Pope? Let's see. I think it's going to be Pope. Wow. Not sure why. And the Pope bench is wondering the same thing. Amazing. It'll be going the way of Amherst. So Pirelli's going to have to take a knee. Cardinals going to get some new players on the field. I believe girls lacrosse. If I'm not mistaken here, let me pull up my schedule here. I got to go back a bit here in time, do the shake and bake back on the keyboard. Keyboard warriors, they like to say. That's one of my favorite sayings of all time. The keyboard warriors. It's so funny. It gets me every single time, I swear to you. Yeah, girls lacrosse has a game here tomorrow against Lee at 11 a.m. So if you're in the area, come check it out. Amherst Hurricanes looking in. Hurricanes looking around. Cardinals trying to get there, too, trying to make a play. And the Hurricanes will eventually hold it. 6:36 to go in this third quarter. This quarter's flowing along here tonight on Pope Prep. Gone swimmingly thus far. No goals on either side. It could change here. Hurricanes looking to fire it in. I'm the curse of death. I swear. I say it every time. Happens here nonetheless. It's the Hurricanes grabbing a 3-goal lead right back. It is 5-2 with 6:24 to go in this third quarter. How about that? The curse of death, A.J. Gonzalez, shows up again. Pirelli's still down here. He's eventually going to come back up. Again, Amherst strikes with the man advantage. They're making Pirelli come back down. Let's see. Oh, no, he's just heading back into the bench area. Matt Feely's going to take the draw momentarily. Frustrating night for the Cardinals, to say the very least to this point. 5-2 deficit. And they've needed a stop on the defensive side. They haven't really been able to get it. Offensively, it's just been tough sledding. Amherst have just shut any type of door that the Cardinals have tried to have tonight. Hurricanes looking in, trying to make it 6-2 off the bar. Rung off the bar, actually. Amherst still trying to do something. I think they got another post. How about that? I think that's 2 posts in a row. Unlucky there a bit is Amherst. Hurricanes still trying to go the other way with it. They've got it to the left in the middle area of the field. They'll still try to take it in here. Still they have it. Hurricanes looking around now, trying to raise a cane here. They've got it. Hurricanes with the shake and bake. Amherst holding in. Trying to move it around. They do nicely here. Cardinals trying to get back there, trying to make a play. Petch trying to get the stick up in the air. Nick Petchin, it's a wrestling match for it now. That was Petchin, an Amherst player. He was thinking about doing his best Roman Reigns impression there. Cardinals still trying to get back. Another goal here for Amherst. They increased their lead to 6-2, back to a 4-goal deficit for Pope. And it seems like the hope that we had talked about at the halftime position of this game feels like it's been lost here in this third quarter. 2 goals by Amherst in this third and made it a 6-2 affair here on the big turf. Frustrating for the Cardinals. Cardinals looking to win a draw here. Matt Feely does. Feely looking to take it the other way. He's got it. Feely holding in. Feely back around over to Zachary Buffoni. It goes. Monroe holding in. Back to Feely. Feely's pass is picked off. Amherst will try to take it the other way. And again, the Cardinal offense has just been stopped in its tracks all night long, and I think we might have a timeout here on the field. We do. Frustrating for Pope Francis. 6-2 deficit, 4:36 to go in the third quarter. We continue next, live on Pope Prep. Back out of the timeout now. This Pope Francis team down 4 again. Feel like there may have been a turning point towards the end of that first half, but 2 sudden goals in this third quarter from the Hurricanes has made this game a 4-goal affair once more. The Amherst Hurricanes holding in off the timeout. They took it. Again, so glad to be with you tonight. Lacrosse on this May 10th. Cardinals looking for some defense. I think the Hurricanes got another post, unless it was a save from Ames. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. I can't imagine trying to be a lacrosse goalie. I mean, that's something I will never do. It's one of those things like you'll never fight in the UFC. Like you don't want to get hurt. I mean, lacrosse is dangerous enough at some points. I mean, especially being a netminder, I can only imagine the courage you got to have to be a netminder in the sport. Goki trying to hold in here, but the Amherst defense just too much for him, it appears. Goki still fighting, though, working as hard as he can. But his hard work will win him possession here for his team, so good looks from Gokes. Ryan, speaking of him, he'll hold in here. Cardinals still have it. It's Tanner. Tanner on over to Zachary Buffoni. Here's Zig. Zig looking around, trying to look for some type of outlet here, trying to look for some type of option. It'll finally open up with Goki. Goki shot! He scores! Ryan Goki with the feed from Zachary Buffoni. I mean, at this point, you got to let those two play. And it appears that the Cardinals have the duo of Zachary Buffoni and Ryan Goki getting it done there. Zig saw it. You could see Ryan Goki waiting at the mouth trying to get that ball, and eventually he did. They score. It's a 6-3 game right now. So 6-3 the score. Ryan Goki able to put it in. Zachary Buffoni with the dish, and Ryan Goki with the pay dirt there, making a 6-3 game. 6-3 the Hurricane lead. Cardinals now will look to take it the other way. It's Matt Touchy Feely taking it. Feely looking in quick, try to fire in a shot, and that one will head out of bounds, much to the dismay of the Cardinal fans. So the Cardinals still not giving up, trying to push with everything they've got. I think if you're the Cardinals, try to use those seniors and Buffoni and Goki as much as possible here. Goki, look at it. Got a man in Pirelli. Pirelli holding in. 2:54 to go in the third. Cardinals still have it. Pirelli looking around now. Pirelli with the shake and bake. There's Pirelli. Pirelli on over to Tanner. Here's Tanner back out to Zachary Buffoni. Here's Zig. Zig looking in, trying to find Goki again. Cardinals still trying to work for it. Tanner trying to get there, and eventually Amherst will cover up. It appears that the Cardinals have found some money there with the Zig-Goki combination. At this point, you got to let those two make plays for you on the offensive side. Just hasn't come really much where else. Max Monroe, a little bit of help. Cardinals still trying to do something on the back ends here. Amherst wanted the call. They won't get it. Meanwhile, the Hurricanes will try to take it the other way, trying to get back to a 4-goal advantage that they've had for most of this third quarter. Hurricanes holding in, trying to make a play. They've got it. 6-3 game. Amherst player had a hard time to get to that one. They'll take a face dump into the turf and got a taste of it. Cardinals just looking to get it out of their own zone, and eventually that becomes a difficult task. Ryan Goki going in for the hit. He is playing smash mouth lacrosse right now. We got a little bit of a skirmish here. Ooh, Goki, a little bit of an extra push. Referee saw it. It's going to be retaliation on the end of Goki, and he is frustrated with himself there. Cardinal bench wants a word. And again, this game has gotten pushy. Let me tell you, and Goki is still talking down there on the field. These two teams have been chippy, let me tell you. Goki will head back. Referees will try to restore order in this one. These two teams have been pushing each other around all night long, and I think Goki's just going to come back in. I think they picked up the flag. Will they reverse the decision here on the field? That's the question. The referees are going to have a talk about it now. I think they're just going to say no harm, no foul. That was awfully close for Goki in terms of retaliation. I would understand where the referee was coming from, unless there was something else I didn't hear. Game has intensity to it, some juice to say the very least. 1:35 to go in the third quarter. Bit of a pushing match right now. Cardinals looking for the INT there. Nick Petch tried to go for it. It'll lob up in the air. Some Cardinals will try to get down there and make a play. That was Gautreau trying to get there. And eventually, the Amherst Hurricanes will hold in. 1:18 to go in the third quarter. Visitors have it. Looking around are the Hurricanes. But they can't find it, and the Cardinals will take possession. 1:08 to go in this third quarter. Cardinal fans trying to cheer them on a bit. Cardinals looking to hold in and maybe make a play or two. Petch looking upfield, trying to look for something. It'll head out of bounds. It'll be Hurricane possession. Got a flag down here momentarily. I believe it's going to be on Pope. 50 seconds to go in this third quarter. Hurricanes trying to move it around, trying to shoot it. They score. They take advantage. And just like that, it's back to a 4-goal advantage for the Amherst Hurricanes. 7-3, the advantage that is. Frustration continues once more for this Pope Francis team. Cardinals trying to hold in here. Looking to make a play is Petch. Nick Petch will take it. Here's Nick. Nick looking around. A little spinorama from him. Here's Nick. Back out to Goki. Here's Ryan Goki with the shake and bake. Goki looking around. He's got a man in Tanner. Tanner back to Goki. Goki shot. And that one goes to the right of the net. 22 seconds to go in this third quarter. Zachary Buffoni looking for it. He gets pushed around a bit. Got a whistle coming in. It appears it'll be Pope possession. 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cardinals will try to work quick. They've got it. Rustico. Jack trying to do something before we can do anything else. I think we may have a timeout here on the turf. We do. I think it was the Cardinals who took it. We'll stop the clock with 10.7 seconds to go. Stay tuned, folks. Champs play here. Back in a flash live on Pope Prep momentarily. 4-goal advantage once again for the Hurricanes. Welcome back to the Battle of the Titans here on the Pope Francis turf. 10.7 seconds to go off a Cardinal timeout. They tried to draw something up. Maybe it was the Ryan Goki package. He'll try to fire in a shot, and that is going to about take us to the end of the third quarter. So it is Pope Francis who will go to the 35-yard line and have a team huddle down 4. Coming up in 30 seconds, we will be back for the fourth quarter. Back to start the fourth quarter with you on Pope Prep. It's a 7-3 lead for the Amherst Hurricanes. Cardinals there towards the end of that third quarter had an opportunity to put it in. They called the timeout. Didn't work to their liking. And with 12 to go, it's the Cardinals who are down 4 looking for a comeback. Cardinals will work from left to right in this fourth quarter. Amherst Hurricanes will work from right to left. We are set to begin. 36 down, 12 to go. Pope Prep Productions' night of fun on this Friday continues now. Pope looking to start out the quarter with a bang, but it's the Amherst Hurricanes who will try to take it the other way, but they eventually decide to chuck it well out of bounds, so a little laugh from some of these fans as well. 11:41 to go. Some Pope fans have started heading for the exits. Others are going to stick it out, be a little brave here. 7-3 game, still anyone's game at this point. I mean, we've seen it before. Things happen fast in lacrosse. Jack Rustico has it. Over to Ziggy it goes. Something that we've seen be money here for these Cardinals thus far. It's the Ziggy and Goki combination. Getting it on those players' sticks as much as possible. Goki going to try to fire on a shot. Save made by Amherst. Spring sports flying along here in this 2024 edition. May 10th already. It seems like just yesterday we were starting the year. Things have flown by. Cardinals now will look for some defense. Amherst Hurricanes try to look in. Up 4. They'll look around. Zig, zag. What a move by Amherst. Can they fire on the shot? No. Caden Ames is there to deny the finish on what would have been a highlight reel goal for the Amherst Hurricanes. Canes looking in. $10:22 to go. Cardinals looking for defense. It'll be Pirelli trying to get down there. I think we're going to have a whistle here. It'll definitely be going the way of Pope. Bit of a takedown there from the Hurricanes. Pirelli holding in. There's Pirelli. He's got it. He gets taken down again, and we're going to have a flag here. Pirelli, poor kid's been taken down 2 times in 15 seconds, it feels like. So it'll be Pope Francis possession. Amherst will be a man down here, too. 4-goal game. Again, even more cloudy, if that makes sense, around here. A little nighttime action. Bruins are on in 30 minutes. I think that's why some of these fans are beginning to head home. Looking at the time, they're saying, yeah, we got to be there. I mean, anytime Florida comes in now, it's serious business after last year. And the 3-1 debacle Bruins got themselves into. They were up in the series, and then suddenly that 3-1 became 3-2. Then the series went 7, and the Florida Panthers won the series in overtime and eventually made a run to the Stanley Cup. Much to the demise of the record-breaking Bruins last year, as Ziggy Buffoni tried to fire in a shot. Save will be made by Amherst. Florida, game 1, they were having a rough night. You could tell, not playing in a week there really affected them. But game 2, it looked like they were cup ready. Just the faster team, the physical team. It was the Florida Panthers in game 2. So game 3, huge in the terms of the momentum in the series, as the Cardinals will hold in. They've got it. Back over to Zachary Buffoni it goes. Goki holding in. Ziggy again. Zig moving in and around. Trying to find a man there, but eventually there was no man to be had, as Zachary Buffoni will have to hold it again around the 40. Here's Zig. Zachary Buffoni to the left side. Zachary Buffoni shaking and baking around the net. He'll wait for an opening. He'll have Ryan Goki if that's a safety option. He'll just have to shake and bake his way to find him. Zig might just want to take it himself. He'll try to move it around. I think he got blocked there, and he's down here. He rolls over himself. Hope he's okay. And just have to get up. Got up a little slow there. Cardinals holding in. They've got it. There's Ziggy on over to Goki. And Goki looking around. Back out to Pirelli. Pirelli on over to Goki. Goki inside. Zachary Buffoni trying to make a play. He was trying to shoo around for it. He was looking for it. Went out of bounds. It'll stay Pope possession with 8 minutes exactly to go in this fourth quarter. Caleb Gilmet with you as well tonight, doing the tech side. It's a one-man wrecking crew he is tonight, doing everything here early, too. Long day for us here with Pope Prep Productions. We don't get to go home. It's just part of the job at this point. We have extra long days, school, and you come out of that, and then you maybe grab a bite, and you got to be right here. You got to set up early, make sure there's no tech issues and all that stuff, and then at the game, then post-game, then we pack up the ship and set sails back into the school, make sure everything's okay with pack up. Usually takes about 20 minutes, and then if we're lucky, we get out of here before, say 7:15. Zachary Buffoni holding in. So he looking around, looking for the spinorama. Eventually, ball floats up in the air. Zachary Buffoni still trying to make a play on it, along with the others. Going in for a hit there. Or Pope Francis. I believe that was Desmond trying to get there, trying to make a play. But before we can do anything else, we've got a timeout taken. 6:56. The timeout is taken by the Amherst Hurricanes. We step aside. 7-3, the lead for the Canes. Back out of the timeout, 6:56 to go in the fourth quarter. Been a long night here at Pope. $6:55 to go, fourth quarter. 7-3, the lead for the Amherst Hurricanes. Cardinals looking for a defensive play here, trying to get there. I believe that was Petch trying to make the play. He's had a busy evening, as the Cardinals here will get a whistle down. And an infraction coming in, it will be Amherst possession, and Petch is angry, you can tell. Slowly but surely slams his stick into the 40-yard line there. Infraction there for Jovanek. He'll take a knee. Amherst will play with a man up. Amherst looking around. Nice ball movement from them. Look in, try to make a play, trying to fire in a shot. And we'll head out of bounds. It'll be going the way of Pope Francis. Pope going to fire a long ball down the field, just try to search for something. It's Zachary Buffoni here who will try to win the race. He eventually will. We'll just have to hold possession in, which he can't. And eventually Pirelli will try to help him out. Ziggy's still trying to work forward here. Zachary Buffoni trying to get going. Just trying to make a play. So is Pirelli. Ball still rumbling around. And eventually it winds up in a stick of an Amherst Hurricane. Not before Ziggy and Goki are both going for hit time. Cardinals still trying to get there on the defensive ends. And the Amherst Hurricanes will hold in. 5:45 to go. And this one tonight, looks like we won't get the lights that we were so expecting to see. And we've got a player down here, but he gets right back up. Yeah, I believe that was Pirelli. Yeah, that's true. We do have a daylight for another hour, so. No lights. Guess that's a fall tradition only. One of the things that would be on the complaint docket for me, at least, I'll tell you real quick. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pope's a beautiful institution here. I mean, the school is just absolutely incredible. But lights on the baseball field would surely be a special thing as Goki goes tumbling into the air to make the play. He does. He scores. It's his second of the game, and he makes it a 3-goal difference now. It's 7-4 for Amherst with 5:18 to go. Ryan Goki, that was a nice play as I was talking about the baseball field. Ryan Goki did the shake and bake, went airborne for the goal. Appears to be lumbering off a little slowly, but he eventually will. It's a 7-4 game. Ryan Goki working hard still nonetheless. He puts it in. It's 7-4. Game. Yes, as I was saying. I'll get back to the point here. Lights on the baseball field. I don't know if that will ever be a possibility, but there's just something different about baseball under the lights. It would be absolutely incredible to see what could happen if we had lights on this baseball field. Petch holding it, looking around. Cardinals trying to make a play. It'll head out of bounds. It'll be Pope possession still. Do they have a comeback in them with 5 to go? Cardinals going to look for some defense. Amherst Hurricanes will play us back in. So the Hurricanes with a nice shake and bake here. .440 to go in this fourth quarter. .7-4 game. Hurricanes holding in, 4:25. They're just going to try to take as much clock as possible here, you'd think. Hurricanes looking around, try to fire it. Maybe try to take back the 4-goal advantage that they've had for oh so long tonight. They'll try to fire in a shot here. And looking around, Cardinals just trying to play defense with it. Ames just trying to hold in for as long as he can, and he'll eventually come away with it and hold it. Ames moving it up the field. Cardinals have it. They'll look around. Pirelli trying to get there. Pass is picked off by Amherst. Amherst looking in. They'll try to fire in a shot. I think that one yanked off the post. Rebound. Yanks back out to Amherst. They'll hold it in. Cardinals looking for some defense here. Getting caught in a snooze there was Desmond Cons, who did the shake and bake, and the ankles were broken, to say the very least. He saw him do the stutter step back. For Amherst, you got to think about running the clock here, you'd think. We'll just go back around every time, maybe look for a potential shot here. We'll try to get possession here. Heading right near the boundary. They'll try to make a play. They will hold in. Yep. Looking around for it still here are Amherst. They get taken down, and they'll eventually take possession back. More opportunity for them to waste some clock. You see the urgency there on the Pope sideline, knowing they're down by 3, and they're going to be a man down here soon, too. Coaches can't believe it, and neither can the fans. Amherst were to score here, that could be a dagger. Instead, they'll just choose to waste as much time as possible, and eventually they'll get a whistle with 2:50 to go. Pope will be a man down coming up here momentarily. That was not a slash call from to one of the referees. I think his name was Paul, so I'm going to laugh a little bit there. I think we're going to have a timeout, too. So timeout is going to be taken here. 2:50 to go in this fourth quarter. Stay tuned. Champions play here. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. That was not a slash, Paul, the call of the night. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Pope going to be a man down here. Frustrating evening for these Cardinals, and a 7-4 game nonetheless. Appears that hope may have been lost tonight. Amherst really trying to put a dagger in here. Up 3. Ames trying to make a save. Goes over his stick. 2:35 to go. Cardinals looking just to get possession on it here. Amherst going to look around, just try to waste as much time as possible. Ball lobs up in the air. Amherst trying to get possession. They do. Cardinals still looking for it. It's a dogfight for it now. Gautreau trying to get in there. And eventually we got a whistle and more pushing. Here we go. These two teams have been pushing each other all night long. A little bit after the whistle as well from each side. Cardinals still going to be a man down here. Amherst holding in. They've got it. Amherst looking upfield. They're just going to lob it down there, look for something, but the pass is picked off. It's Ryan Goki using the size to his advantage, moving it in. He's got Zachary Buffoni. They got to think about shooting quick. Goki trying to fire in a shot. He gets taken down to the turf, and Amherst will hold possession. 1:53 to go. Amherst trying to close this thing out tonight. Coming up, folks, we've got a quick Cardinal post game for you. We'll break down what we saw tonight. We'll cap off the week that was here on popeproductions. A busy one indeed. Girls lacrosse, we're supposed to have a game tonight, but due to Chicopee Cop not having a goalie, there was no game. And that, my friends, is going to be your dagger. 8-4, the lead for Amherst now. They put it right in. It was a shake and bake. 1:29 to go. The Cardinals are going to fall to 2-11. Frustrating result tonight. And for Pope Francis, not the result they wanted tonight. Amherst are going to pick up their 4th win of the year. They deserved it. They had a better, more clean, more efficient game. Appears that 8-4 will be the final, barring something different. I believe the baseball final yesterday was 9-4.
Yeah.
So it was 9-4 yesterday. We're at 8-4 now. Can I get the same score in 2 days? We'll see here. Amherst could add salt in the wound with 1:23 to go. Amherst looking for something here. They're going to be a man up, too. Got some Cardinals getting some extra whacks, and we got 2 flags down, both from the same official. Amherst fans starting to really get into this one. Pope's going to be a man down here for sure. Are they going to be 2 men down? That's the question. Guess you could call me the bad luck charm. Let me tell you, if it's going to be 9-4, that's just that must be a saying that Don Percy must come back and take this microphone from me. Frustrating year for the Cardinals is going to continue. 1:16 to go. Will be 1 man down. Amherst looking around. They've got it. 1 minute to go now. Cardinals looking for some defense here. It's Caden Ames who will make the save. So it might not be 9-4, but the result will still be the same for the Cardinals. It'll go in the losing books as Ames is just going to fire it up here. He's got to lob it down there, look for something. It'll be the Cardinals trying to get there, trying to make a play here in the winding seconds of this one. And before we can do anything else, it'll head out of bounds, and Amherst will try to take it the other way. The official will put a stop into this one here for a minute and make them redo it. 42.6 to go now. So the Amherst Hurricanes are on the precipice of getting their 4th win of the year. Cardinals looking for some defense here.
I'm gonna go as fast as I can.
Visitors trying to fire it in. It's 9-4. I'm the death charm. I tell you. 9-4. Salt on the wound for Pope Francis today. Going to feel this one. They're heading to 2-11. For Amherst, they're going to be their 4th win of the year.
Probably.
Frustration around here. The dark cloud over this game tonight continues for Pope. And I think we got a little extra pushing and shoving here. I think Petch
What do you mean?
was a little bit angry. Cardinal fans who have remained here are heading out for the exits now.
All right.
34 seconds to go.
You want to hold it 6:45.
30 seconds to go. Ryan Goki trying to get there, trying to make a play. Goki trying to swipe for it now. 20 seconds to go now. 9-4, we're going to get the same score. I mean, that's just unreal. That means it's designed for Don Percy to come back here. 9-4. It's going to be your final tonight. The Amherst Hurricanes get their 4th win of the year. Pope Francis will pick up their 11th loss of the year. And this game is going to end with some extra pushing and shoving here. And that's going to do it, and that's it. The Amherst Hurricanes have come onto the Pope Francis turf and take care of business. Coming up, we'll have a quick Cardinal postgame. Stay tuned. Champs play here. Back in a flash. Live on Pope Prep. Thanks for tuning in. Good night from Springfield. Postgame coming up. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. This game ends in a handshake line. Both teams gonna just shake hands. We may not even look at each other's faces. I mean, that game got pushy and chippy there at some points in this one. It ends with a 9-4 final tonight. The Amherst Hurricanes come into Pope. And once again, it's a similar scenario for this team, a loss. They head to 2-11 on the year. Coming up next week, though, folks, we are back in action. We've got a plethora of games. The Friday doubleheader is really our main entree of the week. It'll be the Cardinals in action as girls lacrosse and boys baseball will both have their senior nights. That just about does it from here. From Pope Francis, our final tonight, 9 for the Amherst Hurricanes and 4 for your Pope Francis Cardinals. For Caleb Gilmet, this is A.J. Gonsalves, the voice of the Cardinals, saying so long from Springfield, 9-4, the Amherst Hurricanes take the W.